So first of all, nice to meet you too as well. I actually come from Serbia originally. I was born there and grew up there, and as well that's how I started playing guitar. It was something which at the time I was 7, and my mom forced me to try, and I ended up falling in love with it. Essentially, what I'm doing for a living, I moved to Vienna, to Austria, when I was 18 to study here at the university, and which in the meantime I finished as well. And now I'm essentially making projects and trying to live from playing classical guitar. And at the moment, I do have a project which is quite important to me. It's a Spanish guitar album which I just released. And this album is called Devenir, which means becoming. And it's actually this little story of my life in of the past 6 years since I moved from Belgrade to Vienna and during the studies here. So this is kind of what I'm doing at the moment. It started, let's say, during high school. I was really obsessing with classical guitarists, as this was my main source of inspirations. And there we have people like John Williams and Pepe Romero and Julian Brim. And then, of course, my teacher later on became Alvaro Pieri, so he was as well a big influence. But all these guys had in common that they also played Spanish classical guitar music extremely well. So this really highly influenced as well my choices then in learning a lot of Spanish music and then playing it. And yeah, we'll see. I think we'll have something from this album as well in the semifinal of the competition. It's always interesting. It starts always, I think, for everybody that studies classical guitar, we all want to eventually become world famous touring and so on. And I do love to travel and I do love to play concerts. But I would say I want to do also projects which are maybe bordering with other types of music. So maybe more with do with jazz and world music and so on. So I do have a guitar trio which is currently working on a world music album. And I would say when we talked about influences, probably now I also am influenced by a lot of jazz musicians and a lot of flamenco guitarists and people like Aldi Meola and Vicente Amigo and Chick Corea and so on. So I would like to maybe put the label of the classical guitarist a little bit more open, but for sure it's going to be a lot of classical guitar music in the future as well. It means a lot. First of all, what I liked about this competition, I'm not somebody that usually does a lot of competitions. It's not normal in my ambition. But what I liked particularly about this one and what made me join was that it was quite innovative. And as well, you guys, when I read the prizes, I saw that it was um, also other thoughts were included. For example, so what happens to the musician after he wins the competition, like for example, the management and so on, and help with promoting our own projects and advice with management is something which I find quite important. So the fact that I have an opportunity to get support in this way potentially, and as well the fact that I get to present my music and as well music from this album and so on, and give it to more people, and is very important for anybody that's starting out. So that's what this means to me.